How do you approach women? Do you tell them exactly what's on your mind? Do you let them know that it's love at first sight and that you want them to be yours forever? Or do you let them know that you want to beat the brakes off? Now, the reason I'm asking this is because this is today's topic. Now, I have a video clip from Cam Newton's podcast, Freaky Friday, where he was having a conversation with Trina about high value men and high value women and how they're approached. So comment your thoughts, like the video, subscribe because I post daily content. Now, my name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal. So here we go.
If a woman approaches that high valued man and says, I want to he's going to consider that.
That was the dookie look we just saw. Okay, let's continue.
A high value woman wouldn't even be approached with that type of energy.
You're not gonna say that. You're not walking in the space.
My point.
There's a nice party or an event going on.
Yeah.
But when you see a high value woman, that force of power that walks in that room, you too scared to say that. That's the last thing on your mind. You just over there looking and staring and just looking. You so stuck, you don't know what to say. All that stuff you thought you would have said or you was hitting your homeboy saying, when that woman is in the building and you see that, you're not saying nothing.
Yeah.
Your mind could think that.
You ain't
You
saying
could
it.
feel, you're not finna say nothing to this one. You're internally trying to digest, how could I get to know this woman or how could I, but you're not finna say nothing.
You know what we call them? Soul snatchers.
Do we call them soul snatchers or do we call them beautiful or gorgeous? Now, the reason I'm asking that is because it does not take for a woman to be high value or not. All she has to be is beautiful. In fact, if that woman is beautiful, she is high value in that man's mind. So women, they don't have that far to climb as far as high value goes. Now, if she does have money and accomplishments and things that she's done, that is great. That is fantastic. The best question that you have to ask yourself is she able to assist you in what you are doing? This is why it's important for you to make sure that you are with the woman that actually likes you. Because if you're not,
you don't even have to spend no money. Hey, you want to go for a walk in the park? Let's get to know each other. You want to sit down and have, a cup of water and a bowl of fruit? It literally doesn't have to be much.
Because if you're not with the woman that likes you, you will stay in this confused and stuck state of mind.
So I just left the restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. I'm just looking for my person.
Men are not gonna come up to a woman and listen, now every man is different. Now, for some high value women, that man may not see you as high value, but what was described here was the difference between men and women. Now, why would a high value man accept an offer like this or potentially accept an offer like this from a not so high value woman? Well, it's because he may want to release, he may be interested in a woman, he may think that this woman is attractive. Now, why would a man have a hard time having this conversation with a woman? Meaning he is just gonna come up to her and say, hey, you know what, I want to knock the dust off, I want to beat the brakes off. Why would a man not come up to a woman and say that? Well, that man knows that if that woman is not interested in him, this could be a turnoff. In fact, even if she is interested in him, this could be a turnoff because you don't know what she has going on in her day. So you have to play the game. What is the game? The game is acting or pretending like you're not interested in only having sex with this woman, because you have to entice her senses and her emotions. What do I mean by that? What I mean is you have to get this woman smiling. You have to say things and do things that make this woman think or it makes her feel some type of way. You do have to go at her emotions, because if you don't do that, your chances of actually getting this high value woman are going to be slim to none. The most important thing is, if that woman likes you, it does not matter what you say or don't say. But if you have to impress this woman, or if you have to chase this woman, now what you say does matter, because she doesn't necessarily like you for you. What was highlighted in this video clip was the misuse of power that women actually have. If that man is mesmerized by you, you have this type of power over him. Every single man has a woman that just like messed him up mentally. Every single man. Now, what usually happens is that woman usually gets tired of that man, so he ends up having to change himself or turn into something different, because he realizes, dang, all this lovey-dovey stuff is not gonna work. Or this lovey-dovey stuff did not work with the woman that he was the most interested in. This is why I hold women to a higher standard. If that woman is online, she got her breast out, her booty out, her box is showing, you can see the imprint. This is why I say I cannot accept that from a woman, because it is too easy for this woman to cheat or to get the brakes beat off her. It is too easy because she's in control of that. Another reason why men get stuck on a woman's beauty or what she has going on is because he's thinking to himself, oh my gosh, wait a minute, what if this woman is single, right? He doesn't know if she's single. For instance, the situation that she brought up, being Trina, was if they're at a nice party, and or let's just call it, if she said nice party, let's call it an expensive party, let's call it a party where there's other celebrities. Why wouldn't a man come up to her and just tell her, hey shawty, I want to knock the dust off, like I just want to bend you over and just slam you all up against the table and put my hand, like, the reason why a man would not say all of that is because if he was able to get into this party, right, nice party, if he was able to get into this nice party, he probably has a reputation that he does not want to ruin. He probably doesn't want to embarrass himself. He probably is thinking, wait a minute, let me make sure that this woman is not taken by anyone else in this room, or has a connection to somebody in this room that could potentially cost me money. That's the reason why men wouldn't approach a woman a certain way, is just out of respect. Once you get to a certain level, the name of the game is respect. This also lets you know why men cannot be straightforward. If you're too straightforward, it will turn the woman off, unless this woman likes you. This is why I keep saying it's important for you to make sure that you're dealing with women, or dealing with a woman that likes you, because now it doesn't really matter what you say, because she's that interested in you. If you don't believe me, you should try it out. Now, I'm saying this because you will get the best experience that a woman or this woman can actually give you. If you're just the guy and you're just chasing her, guess what? Now you're in a race, you're in a competition with the other guys that she has on her roster.
The ideal number of men to have in your rotation. No such thing as ideal number. The absolute wrong number would be 1. Okay, don't do that to yourself.
Especially if she's single. Now, here's the thing about being in that competition. You don't even know that you're in a competition. In fact, you don't even know who she actually likes. You don't even know who's actually beating the brakes off this woman. Because one thing we know for sure is that women's body counts nowadays is not low. It is extremely high. In fact, it's higher than the majority of men that they're talking to. On top of that, you would be mad if you found out what guys or what guy she's actually the most interested in and what this guy actually does. So the reason why I'm responding to this clip and having this conversation is because women misuse their power, right? The power that they have can empower a man to become his best version. Now, not every woman can get that man to do so, because this is something that's inside of the man. He has to want to be the best version of himself. But when I say women are misusing their power, they look at guys as simps. Now, the guys that are truly interested in them, they see them as simps, and they oftentimes end up going with the man who does not view them this way. And women also do not understand what makes her high value to him. Again, it is not being accessible to other men, which also means you have a low body count, which means that you or me, I'm the lucky guy. I'm the lucky Johnson. I'm the guy that's happy to get this woman and no other man can have her. She is mine. That's what makes the woman valuable. For whatever reason, women think value is based on how much she's made or what she's accomplished. Yes, that matters after we see what you look like, after we understand what you have going on in your life and what you can add to mine. Now, what we saw happening in this clip was Cam Newton giving her space to express herself. Now, the way she expressed herself was basically just saying that men are mesmerized by her beauty. Well, I would tell you it's a little more shallow than that, meaning if the man is really stuck, it's because of what he's seeing with his eyes. Now, once that woman begins to talk, that's when the turnoff is probably gonna happen, because the majority of women say things that really turn a man off. Now, if you are dealing with a woman long term, the beauty and the mesmerizing that she did in the beginning is probably going to wear off. What I learned from this clip and conversation is that sex is extremely easy for women. I mean, it is so easy for women that they think that it's just that easy for men, when it's actually not. Again, high value men would consider a woman like this, because this is not this isn't normal. This isn't something that's gonna happen on an everyday basis, unless he's the type of high value man that's an athlete, that's an entertainer, that's a social media person, and everybody else is looking up to him, trying to get some clout, trying to get some money, trying to enjoy the experiences. Fellas, this is why it's important for you to get your life together, for you to improve your mind, your body, your spirit, and your finances. Women are looking for experiences. I'm telling you, it's not about having the most money, because I've dealt with some women who would say stupid stuff to me like, oh, well, I was with your favorite rapper, and I probably was with your favorite basketball player. And I'm looking at her and saying, well, if you was with them dudes, that means you was a pass around, right? Like, you literally got tossed up and thrown back into the streets, because if you know him and you're not with him, that means you were not able to keep him. But I don't say any of that because it's not important. What I'm looking at is men and women are bragging about different things. So if she's trying to brag about things that a man would brag about, to me, it's a humongous turn off. This is why I say adapt to dating, adapt to what's going on, because women are misusing their power, and they are really, truly involved in friends with benefits, situationships, flings, and vacay bays, because they are interested in experiences. This is another reason why they're never satisfied. But I have a question. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.